Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Free Daily Coaching. Good morning, Lynn and Whitman and Christy, my dear. I love you. Thank you for being here this morning. As you know, this is Free Daily Coaching. We're here Monday through Friday, even though it's been a little chaotic this week. Usually we're here at 7 a.m. Pacific time, and you should always register once a month at www.freedailycoaching.com. This morning, I am joined by Scott Cayuet.
Got
I did it. I did it. Yay.
We're here.
So, good morning, Scott. How are you this morning?
I'm fantastic.
Good.
More than fantastic. It's a wonderful, super beautiful, clear and cool day in West Palm Beach, Florida area.
Yay. Well, I'm in the middle of the Mojave Desert, as you know, and we have got storms moving in. We had 80s and 90s this week, and it's dropped down to 60 now. So, and Lynn says to tell you good morning.
Good morning. Wish I could see the chat. I don't know. We should have worked on that before we started, but oh well.
We should have. Scott can't see the chat, you guys, so it's up to me. Be thinking of some questions you might have for him as we talk. And as you know, there's a delay in the chat, so don't wait till the very last minute. Okay, guys? Okay, Scott, you just had a really, really interesting experience. You went up to Bert's Ranch and stayed with he and Jessica for, what, 3.5 days?
Yep, that was fantastic. We did that over the Easter weekend, believe it or not. It was fun. It was fun.
And so I told you I'm going next month, which I'm very excited about. So what can I expect in the way of intensive marketing?
You can expect it to be very deep, very, very comprehensive. I mean, Bert has really got the stuff figured out. He knows it very well. I just say take lots of notes. The only thing, as many notes as you take, you're going to need to do some follow up, like I'm doing, because it's just real deep stuff, but very worthwhile. Also, the platform that he teaches comes with a lot of videos, but the videos are done by a guy who's got a little bit of an accent, but it's very good. I mean, Bert really does know what he's talking about, and if anybody doubts that, then I can sit here and say, don't do it, because he knows where he's at. I'm blown away by his amount of his knowledge and how good he can implement it and everything else like that.
Did you go in with your own set of criteria that you wanted to know about?
No, I mean, I intentionally avoided looking around and seeing other things because I didn't want to go and learn something and then have to try to unlearn it. I'm a believer that when you go and you experience something from a new teacher, you want to just be there, be available for what they're teaching and everything else like that. I think what Bert said is, what we did is, I have a business partner who could not make it with me. He was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I was there personally. So we did a Skype and an in-person thing at the same time, and it was different. It worked pretty good. Bert used a whiteboard, and he used a computer, and he takes you down from he builds it up from the beginning up. He likes to show you the whole foundation of where it comes from, and then builds you all the way up and shows you how you would do this if you didn't have the tools, some of the tools available, and then how you can implement the tools, and depending on which version and which particular training that you're actually taking.
Now, have you always been online, or were you in corporate America before?
No, I mean, I started doing online stuff. I've worked for myself pretty much all my life. Never really been in corporate America. Never wanted to. I got this bug about working for myself. Wow, more than 30 years ago. I know I don't look that old, really, right? But, and to me, it's just I'd rather work for myself. But I started doing websites way back in 1996, 1997. I had a friend who was involved with this guy who was doing these massive fax blasts, and we're teaching people how to do websites. And I got a bug from that, and I did that for about 6.5 years. And then I got into the hardware business for the last dozen or so years, about that or so. And hardware business, while it's not the hardest business to be in, you're limited really by your geography, and then where people kind of expect stuff. And I'd rather be doing the marketing business. I think the marketing makes a lot more sense because you're not limited by your geography. You can actually be be anywhere you want to be, and do like Brian Finale talks about, having a laptop lifestyle.
Right.
And that's the great way about doing this. There's so many different ways, so many different avenues, and how you can choose your target market. In the case of the stuff that I was learning, hopefully that phone stops. It's not mine to answer.
Is it important?
Okay, it stopped.
Yay.
Yeah. And what was I saying? I was saying something about what was I talking about? I just lost my train of thought here for a second.
That's all right. We can move on a little bit. So, how did you find MLSP?
I found MLSP through Steve Krivda. I got to know Steve through his primary company that I was involved with. Actually, through Ray Higdon. Did some online training with Ray Higdon, and Ray had a couple of events that he was doing here in Florida, and it was in Orlando in June of 2014. And I'd known Steve online, but I got a chance to meet him in person, and I just saw that these guys were, it was a thing called Top Earner Academy Live, and all these people were there. There was Diane Hockman was there, and Justice Egan was there, and Mark Harbert was there, and I didn't know who any of them were. Everybody was walking up to them on the breaks, and they're all talking to these people. And I finally said something to Steve. I said, "Why are these guys so popular? I thought we were here for Ray." "Oh, well, this is because of MLSP." "MLS what?" And he introduced me to it afterward, and I'm saying, how in the world could I be looking for something like this, not wanting to be doing where I'm at now, and then this thing's been here at the time for 6 years? Wow! I mean, it's just incredible.
It is incredible. If you apply it, it certainly works.
There goes the dog.
Hi, Daisy.
Daisy.
See, I told you that mine will bark.
We're going to start a cross-country barking run here.
There we go. Our dogs are saying hello to each other, everybody. Isn't it nice? Okay, so spend time with Bert, and
Hold on a second. Go find
direction that we want to go.
Hold on. I'm just going to find out why she won't stop. Here. I'll be right back.
All right.
We won't be able to see.
You gotta love it when the animals get attention.
Okay. She doesn't like it when I chase her around. She knows that she's been not. She should be quiet. Daisy. It's like having a vacuum cleaner running in the background. I mean,
It's,
anyway.
they do that when you get on the phone or anything else.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're not paying attention to me.
That's right.
So yeah, MLSP, online. You're right. If you apply it, I've been a classic procrastinator. That's why I went out to do the training with Bert, because it's an area that I really want to be in and want to work with. Not so much in the online space. Well, this way in the home-based business MLM space, and I get it, I understand it, but it's just not an area where I'm really wanting to concentrate. So when meeting Bert at Live the Dream 6 the first time, and then getting to know him better at Live the Dream 7, which is Live the Dream is awesome. Hopefully everybody out there is going to Live the Dream. And then he was talking about, hey, I know how I work with this stuff, and I market to other businesses. I work with people in this field, and I work with people in that field, and then this one and that one. So then last fall, I had a client who I thought was going to be needing to do that type of marketing, and they later backed out. But I said I'm going to go forward with it because that's the people that I want to deal with. I do deal with everyday people. I deal with insurance agents and real estate brokers and attorneys and just business in general, and they need what we have at MLSP just as much as the people in the home-based business space do.
I agree.
So what Bert has put together and the way he does a lot of the marketing, it doesn't matter what business you're marketing to. It really doesn't. You just need to go off and do some research and find out, what where the people are at and what their marketplace is like, and then you go off and you put together a network that he shows you what to do, and unless you're just a business looking to get promoted. So there is a little bit of a difference. I think you're going to be like I am, doing some type of more general marketing and not just promoting your business. But I don't know what you're going to there specifically for. But
well, I need some help with creative marketing. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not.
Well, yeah, I guess it does, and yeah, and definitely being creative. Bert is, as we know and watch and love, very creative. But Bert and Jessica are just awesome. I mean, when we talk about the ranch and we talk about Bert, you can't see Bert without saying Jessica. Wow, I mean, she does a great job. She's wonderful, and they complement each other very, very well. They're a great team, and like most husband and wife couples are that work together, but they're awesome together, and their experience is just super. Really is, really was.
Yeah, they came and took me to dinner on Christmas night on their way back from their father's house, or his father's house. So I got to see them in action together too, and they are just adorable.
Yes, they are. You can tell they're made for each other because they complete each other's sentences. He'll say something and she'll finish it. It's like, it's great, So.
It is. So do you have a daily method of operation, set goals that you do every day?
Well, yeah, I try to get up and do some reading and seeing what's going on out there in the marketplace. Being at this part of the business is a little bit new. We're doing a lot of reading, a lot of a lot of studying in doing some more. We're doing more in the search engine promotion area, and there's a lot to study, a lot to learn. It's we're getting a lot closer to being up and running, and sticking some clients into it. But yeah, there's, I really suggest, that people do some type of reflection type of stuff. I've been a fan of the creative psychocybernetics, but there's a lot of other things out there, meditations and other stuff, and just looking at what's going on, and really developing that because I'm more or less moving into a different direction. So that's kind of fluid and flexible right now. But yes.
So you don't really use any online like Twitter or Instagram or Facebook?
No. So Facebook is going to definitely be part of what we do, but getting better and recognizing and working with WordPress. Even though we're not going to be doing websites specifically, we're going to be part of the service, and part of where we're going is we need to definitely be more WordPress centric, understanding the ins and the outs, and then being able to work with keyword management and working with the definite working with blogs and working with writing information and how to create traffic and leads for people in different industries, whatever industry we decide to be in, or help the client work better in the different professions that it works better in. It'll really work in anything, but there are some that people go to look for more topics that people were more popular with. So that's where I'm doing in my business. It's we're going to be doing more blogging and myself, and doing some Facebook and that type of business, but I'm not doing really Instagram or Twitter at this time. But
so who is your customer?
So my customer is the small business person, professional, who is learning about or wants to have a blog that or has the website that they are trying to educate the public. It's along the lines of Ray Higdon's the 3-minute expert type of thing. But that's really the professionals, the business people in a local specific area. It could be really any small business, from an auto repair shop to an attorney, a real estate person, but usually it's maybe a small law firm. It really, we could be my buddy, my business partner up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Dan Rosendahl, has some benefits management people. He's also does things with HIPAA and medical. So a lot of different, really, there's a lot of general industries. Myself, from the IT world, I can work with IT people, and it's really unlimited, but it's really the small business person and who's looking for more leads for their business.
So you're going to sort of be their behind the scenes person and direct their marketing.
Yep, that's more or less the idea. Yeah, like I said, not necessarily be doing websites or be doing their blogs, but knowing, or there are features that have to be in a blog, that have to be in a website, so that it can get promoted the right way. So we need to do some consulting, and then if they don't have the site done right, we can maybe make some tweaks and everything else they get. But the idea is to do the promotion and to do the marketing in the background, and not be in the website business, because you can get tied up doing that and not um, moving along and working with the clients the way you need to be working with them.
Okay, so most of us out here are building MLSP sites, blogs. Does it have everything in the back that's needed to make the blog successful?
The strategy can be used in MLSP. It's not MLSP specific only because there are some things you cannot do in MLSP with some of the plugins and some of the other things, but it can be used. I mean, yeah, it definitely can. And then you can have links on your MLSP blog pointing to maybe another site and other areas that you want to do things. So yeah, you can. It definitely can. I mean,
Well,
can it be fully contained?
You said there was certain things that needed to be. What are some of those things?
Well, it's in relation to somebody who has an MLSP site. I would say that your topics, your keywords are your primary pages. You need to be optimized to what you're trying to do in regards to products. And my phone keeps interrupting us. I want to disconnect my phone here from the Bluetooth because
I didn't hear it that time.
Okay. And so now we won't get hopefully every beep in the world. I didn't really talk with Bert about this, but and knowing what we were doing, you really need to understand maybe the market that you are looking for in the home-based business. If you're working with MLSP, you need to have a blog page. You don't maybe you just have a general page and about, but your blog needs to be there, and you need to have another page like about me, products for sale. This is the general stuff that most people are already doing, but you need to I guess the way to put it is have it be specific, and you have to have content, and you have to have something relevant for people to want to come back to. So it can't be something that, if you're going to do some more serious marketing, as a lot of us know, you can't write a blog post on Monday and then come back 6 or 7 or 8 days, 9, 10 days later and write one more thing and laissez-faire it along, because you'll get what you put into it.
Need to be consistent.
And yeah, so and once you follow that, and you have some content to work with, and do things on a regular basis, it makes it easier for you to be found. Doing the videos, doing articles, you really don't have to completely be creative on your own and writing everything. There's a lot of different resources that you can go and find that can help you keep your site current, that in general terms, depending on who you're marketing to. If it's health and wellness, talk about that. I mean, learning the blogging basics that that we're taught, that Ray Higdon had, and everything else like that, and then following how Bert teaches you to do what's worked very well for him.
That's true. It has. Well, that's all very interesting.
It's really the common sense stuff, like Diane talks about. If we only do what we already know how to do, there's no real problems. one of my biggest problems in MLSP is the shiny product syndrome. I mean, jumping from product to product or jumping from here to there and everything else like that. I mean, if you're going to be a blogger, become a really great blogger and learn about blogging and get involved in that. And then, if Facebook is going to be a way you're going to help generate traffic, do that. I mean, my focus is going to be more into the stuff like Bert's doing, that a lot of it he learned through Rob Four, and that strategy. He learned a lot what Rob teaches, and then he expanded on it, and has made it work out really well for him, both in the people in the home-based business space and outside the home-based business space, which is where I'm going, outside the home-based business space.
That's very, very interesting.
It's unlimited. There's unlimited. I'm also a fan and a big believer in the universal source of abundance. I mean, I was a Dr. Wayne Dyer fan and reading The Power of Intention and No Excuses and so many of those other things, and believing that there's so much opportunity. There's so many people that need what we have to offer. It's quite unlimited. If you pick chiropractors, you could be working in chiropractors the rest of your life. I mean, if you pick whatever, I mean, whatever you might have been doing in corporate life or whatever you knew how to do, this stuff is needed. People need it. People don't do the radio in the small business space, or the home business space. They don't do TV. Can't afford it. They make you buy too much. It's not the marketplace that you're in. There is no such thing as the yellow pages anymore. Who advertises in a newspaper? Who's really reading it? So people are going online all the time, and it's on our mobile phones. It's on our PCs. People are there. You just go there and just give them something they're looking for. The more you give, looking like a free daily coaching program, like with here that Bert started and that you work with Bert. Wonderful, awesome idea. We started, and how many people, it was Bert talking to Bert, and then how did it grow? It grew because he started getting involved in the groups, and he started promoting, and he started doing videos, and he started putting blog posts up, and all of a sudden, I won't come here more often myself. It just built up into this great thing, and by serving the marketplace, he developed a niche, and now that niche has allowed him to move from a more metropolitan area to an area that it's not as big. I mean, the ranch is probably about 20 miles outside a little town that they live out, Gardnerville, but that's about another. So he's about 40 miles south of Carson City, Nevada. There's less than 5,000 people, yet he can live a lifestyle and run a business. I mean, what else could be better? I mean, live in an area that you love the weather, the view. I should have posted a picture up with the view looking out there. They're big windows of these two mountains that come together, one from the right, one from the left, and you can see the highway. They're just up the road from this beautiful lake called Lake Topaz. You can't really see the lake from where they're at, but it's just knowing that it's just on the other side down there, and then he gets a great connection on the web there, and being able to do that type of lifestyle. I mean, what else could be better? I don't know.
Absolutely.
He's not waiting around until he's 60 or 70 to retire. I can tell you that. So.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Scott, you have been a delightful person to have on.
Sorry, I can't be more specific, but it's not. It's a new program for me. And
besides the fact you're building in a niche that not everybody's building on, most of us are trying to build online. You're going outside of that, and I think that's exciting.
It's all online. I mean, it is all online, but it is working with people who need
lot
help
to
and
go
better
on.
help. What better help marketing? Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to market ourselves. I'm going to market myself. I'm definitely going to get our website going because of my business partner. But our real focus is to promote other people and give them juice, give them uh, leads, and help their marketing and show them why there's a need in the general space for MLSP. So that's my message: is don't just think MLSP is just for home-based business people. If you've been paying attention the last year or so with sites, with the CRM, with the
Finalizer.
funnelizer, it's not just made for the home-based business people.
No.
It's built for every business, and every small business in America needs to have videos, needs an MLSP account, needs to keep track of the people they're coming in contact with. Every professional but in the meantime, it doesn't mean you stop doing the other things that you got to meet people with. I saw a great post by Ray Higdon today. You need to do a lot of things online and build your online presence, but you don't go to people and say, well, you don't need to do that networking anymore, and you don't need to be involved in one-to-one personal organization anymore. You obviously do. These phones and working on computers are important, but you can't be so into it and that you're not doing some of your other things you normally used to do. But definitely, as you develop your online presence, you don't need to do as much of it, and that's the real, to me, the attraction of attraction marketing, and the opportunity that's out there. Now my computer wants to do an update, right? Okay, all right. But hopefully, I mean, it was a little more general in nature, but I know maybe not some definite specifics, but there's a lot of good things you can do out there, and I think the opportunity, continuing, to be here, what Bert is doing, learning from that, what he's doing, and then continuing to be in the MLSP space is just an awesome experience.
So, Scott, if people want to get a hold of you and ask questions, or how's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Oh, you can definitely find me online. If you just start typing my name in, Scott, Cay, you'll see the rest of my name come up. Cayuette, both on Facebook personally, and also a business page that I'm working on. You can. That's probably the best and easiest way to find me. I have another email, but I like I prefer probably the Facebook route.
Okay, great.
So,
well, I appreciate you being here this morning. And if nobody has any questions, I guess we are done for today.
No questions. I hope I wasn't boring. Legend in my own mind. So I'm having a good time.
Well, I'm not seeing any questions, so I just want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. Scott and I enjoyed having you here, and be sure to join Mr. Bledsoe on Monday at 7 a.m. Pacific time.
Definitely, it's a definite great place to be.
Well, he's trying other platforms, so you never know what he's going to come up with.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I can tell you this: whatever Bert decides to do, he does it. He goes into it full bore, and he learns it, and he's not going to teach you something that he's kind of sort of hoping maybe might turn up to be something. I mean, he's investigated it, and he's looked at the potential. He's looked at where things are going, and Bert is very very good. I mean, he's definitely a pro, and don't let the anything else, thinking he's not. He's very good at what he's doing, and very focused also, and knows where he wants to go, and I am looking forward to being a student of his for quite a while to come. And I hope other people look forward to doing that too.
All right. Christy and Lynn said thank you very much, Scott. And you guys have a very blessed weekend. And we will see you on Monday, if not before. Love all you guys. Thanks for coming. And we are out of here.
Thank you.